What up? It's your boy T-Bear here in Reaction. Now, I never ever do videos about heel turns because I'm not about the heels. I'm all about the babyface, aka the good guy, the heroes, and some anti-heroes role too. I never about anything about the heels of anything anyway. I don't roll with the heels. I don't roll back on villains at all. But when it's about a downplay of heels or the downplays of heel turns, then your boy gonna check it out with a big smile. Cause it's like, that's what you get for trying to turn heel when you know it wasn't gonna work. Your heel turn didn't work. This is 10 wrestling heel turns that made no logical sense at all. When keeping it heel goes wrong. Love it. Love it. The reason why I love this though, cause one of my biggest pet peeve within the social media wrestling that folks think heel turn is the answer. They always want. This is why I have issues with wrestling groups within the wrestling groups, because they constantly want turning heel be the answer. They want this wrestler to turn heel, with the way they say the way they go about this, it's like saying you gotta be a bad person to be liked more. You gotta be disliked to be liked, in my opinion. And to me, it don't make sense. Or it's ass backwards. So, but when a heel turn goes bad or it don't make sense, it's like, whoo, that's what you get. Is all I say for push one in a heel turn, and you get what you ask for, because you want to be edgelord, dark humor, edgelord, misery love company, get off folks' misery, fuckheads. But anyway, and just let the wrestler be good guys, or anti-heroes, or be loved by the crowd. But other than that, let's check out 10 wrestling heel turns that made no logical sense in WWE. Let's get it. And I can't wait to fully agree with them either. I mean, well then again, I never gonna agree with any heel turn, but I can't wait to agree with a heel turn that didn't work. Let's get it.
What makes for a strong, captivating heel turn? Well, the wrestler who is turning heel should have a clear motive and reasoning for turning to the dark side, and fans should be able to rationally understand that heel turn. However, whilst there have been some tremendously executed heel turns in WWE history, from The Rock's 1998 heel turn to Seth Rollins' 2014 turn, WWE have also delivered their fair share of nonsensical turns that have ultimately left fans scratching their heads. Join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at 10 of the most confusing, nonsensical heel turns in WWE. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new channel, Wrestlelamia Shorts. Number 10, Jim Ross in 1999.
Wait, was that 99? Okay, listen. When did he turn heel in 99? The only Jim Ross heel turn I know about is when he say I don't work. When he snapped anything and then brought out the fake razor and the fake diesel. That's the only heel turn though. But let's hear about this.
Jim Ross is well established as one of, if not the greatest commentator in pro wrestling history. JR has always been beloved by the fans, but WWE have attempted to portray JR as a heel on 2 separate occasions. The first turn was in '96, which was a complete disaster. And it was the heel turn in 1999 that completely baffled fans. In 1999, JR was forced to take time off due to the resurgence of his Bell's palsy, and in the meantime, he would be replaced by Michael Cole.
Oh, okay, I kind of heard about. Okay, I do remember that one in a way. I had to think about that. It was kind of short term, that's why. I do kind of remember something like this.
Giving JR a hero's welcome upon his return, WWE, for whatever reason, would turn him heel. He would cut promos about how nobody cared about him and how the company had disrespected him, but the fans failed to react positively to this new version of his character. JR would even begin to manage Dr. Death Steve Williams and set up his own commentary table.
I remember this.
These ideas bombed. WWE eventually decided to abandon the heel turn, and JR would once again become the iconic.
Yeah, it was like, okay, I do kind of remember that one because he had his own little podium. I remember that. I do kind of like it was like very short lived. That's why. Yeah, but yeah, it didn't make sense. But the first one didn't make sense. That was bullshit. Now I mean, it gave us another version of Glenn Jacobs before he finally found his footing and became Kane, because he had DDS, IJ, DMS, and wherever the character he had in Smoky Mountain, but still.
Fans knew and loved at WrestleMania 15. Number 9, Mick Foley in 2006. For much of his career in WWE,
if this is the one we saw it as, then yeah.
Celebrated babyface, but in 2006, WWE decided to turn Foley heel. Shortly after Foley's acclaimed match with Edge at WrestleMania 22, WWE would decide to join Foley and Edge.
Yeah, why? What was that? What was the point of that? That was dumb. That was dumb, my opinion. You sided with. It was like I don't know if they was trying to get people with TNA because they had that going on with Kurt Angle sided with Hogan and Eric Bishop out of nowhere over the Karen Jarrett nonsense. Well, because Karen Jarrett was his ex-wife, but or something, because that didn't make sense.
Together, and the two would put aside their bad blood in favor of attempting to take down Tommy Dreamer and Terry Funk. This heel turn failed to receive a positive reaction as fans just didn't want to boo Foley, especially because he was virtually retired and this was a short-term appearance. WWE evidently believed that the heel turn was going well, as they decided to keep Foley as a villain during his infamous feud with Ric Flair, which took place in the summer of that year.
Oh, he was the heel of that.
The 2006 heel turn was short-sighted, and it's unclear what WWE's logic was behind it.
Because, like I said, I've been. There's one point out. It was one time I was like on and off with wrestling, and I remember that I didn't know he's still a heel against Flair. Okay.
Number 8, Kane in 2011. When Kane was taken out of action by Mark Henry in the summer of 2011, fans expected Kane to come back with a vengeance and seek revenge on the world's strongest man. When Kane eventually returned in late 2011 during a match between Henry and John Cena, Kane returned with his classic look, bringing his iconic mask back into the process. However, there was one issue with Kane's return. Kane returned as a heel and decided to attack Cena instead of Henry. Kane returning with his classic look was tremendous and was a welcome change to Kane's stale character, but fans were quick to question why Kane simply wasn't bothering with his revenge. He would then embark on an extended feud with Cena, and the perceived issue between Kane and Henry was never mentioned again.
And the whole embrace the hate thing, it was ridiculous.
Number 7, Braun Strowman in 2018. Between 2016 and 2018, WWE truly struck gold with Braun Strowman.
If this the one with let's see.
Strowman was a WWE created character, and there was a clear push from fans to see him win the world title. Due to Strowman's immense popularity, he eventually turned babyface, but just a few short months following his face turn, WWE would abruptly turn Strowman back into a heel.
Yeah, that was interesting. But then I kind of when they broke up, I wanted him to stay heel. I wanted Drew and Dolph to be the faces, but they kept them in the heel and made Braun a face.
Took place in 2018 as Strowman would join forces with Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler with the aim of taking down the Shield faction. Strowman justified his heel turn by saying that he wanted the Universal title and that he wasn't bothered about the fans. Ultimately, this was a weak explanation, and this heel turn was a major factor in Strowman losing a ton of momentum in the company. This heel turn would barely last 2 months before WWE managed to see the error of their ways and would turn Strowman back into a babyface. The issue was that the damage was already done, and WWE had done irreversible damage to Strowman's character. Number 6, Michael Cole in 2010.
Do not get me started with that annoying shit they had going on with Michael Cole being a heel commentator. That had to be the most annoying. That had to be the most annoying heel run of all time. More annoying than the Tribal Chief. Not bad, but Tribal Chief is because I'm against Rome. But this, like, even if I was a heel fan, I'd be annoyed about this shit. That was just annoying, my God. And I felt bad that Michael Cole never recovered from this, because even as a babyface commentator, when he comes out for a while, when he comes out, he was getting booed or anything. I guess because it's commentating and him being Vince's board as well, dude. But that was the most annoying heel run ever. Oh my God, I just like. And you know what's crazy, that around that time, Jerry Lawler was the babyface out of the commentator. That was funny about that too. Nothing against Lawler, but still.
In WWE, traditionally, the lead play-by-play commentator is a babyface.
Exactly.
However, in 2010, they decided to turn longtime commentator Michael Cole heel.
Hating on
Cole
Daniel
would turn
Bryan
into a vocal cheerleader for WWE Champion The Miz, and eventually he would enter into a feud with Jerry Lawler.
Yeah.
This heel turn was insanely random, and what was strange about it was that Cole became a focal point of the show, and his feud with Lawler dominated TV time, specifically around Wrestlemania season. The reason they turned Cole heel was that Vince McMahon realized that Cole was incredibly sarcastic and wanted to explore this side of Cole on television. Cole himself would discuss the heel turn on an episode of After the Bell, and he revealed, "Over the years, I would move into Raw, where I did take JR's job on the flagship show. I really became a major heel." Vince McMahon decided, Michael Cole in real life is a sarcastic prick anyway. Why not capitalize on this backlash and make him a bad guy? Vince McMahon used to hold a class at TV about 10 years ago called Promo Class. One day he threw me up there with R-Truth. Truth and I stole the show. At that point in time, Vince was like, this guy is a prick. He's a heel. It led to about a 2-year run where there was no in between. People either really loved the character or really thought it was this travesty against everything that was ever done. A play-by-play guy cannot be a bad guy. He has to be the voice of reason. It's the worst decision that WWE has ever made. Number 5, The Big Show in 2014.
The man of many turns. But let's see what this one is.
The Big Show has had so many heel turns.
Is this the one when he turned on Team Cena against the Authority?
In WWE.
If it is, then hell yeah.
Joke. However, this turn at the Survivor Series pay-per-view in 2014 was perhaps the most ridiculous. Show was a part of Team Cena and the acclaimed Cena.
Yeah, here's the thing. The Authority was bitching, making this little bitch the whole time, and at the whole that you turn and join the Authority. What in the world, man? Yeah, that was a big what the fuck moment right there.
Versus Team Authority match, and Show turned heel by knocking out Cena with a KO punch. This heel turn received an audible groan from the fans, as it was something that WWE had done so many times with Show's character that it just didn't feel special.
Well, like I said, he's a man of many turns.
For his heel turn was that he was just looking out for himself. The Show had spent the past year feuding with Triple H and the Authority, so this explanation left a lot to be desired. Number 4, Dean Ambrose. One of the most
Yup. Yes. Yup. I said, why? Then if you think about it, they did it the day that Roman announced his leukemia. I guess they wanted to get the shock value of it, but that did not capitalize at all. That was another of, listen to the fans, I'm saying heel turn, the heel turns an answer, and they fucked it up big time with that one.
Handled heel turns in recent memory was the 2018 heel turn of Dean Ambrose. On the October 22nd, 2018 edition of Raw, Roman Reigns would reveal the return of his leukemia, and he would surrender the Universal title. On the exact same episode of Raw, the Shield would disintegrate, as Ambrose would turn on Seth Rollins. Fans were quick to raise questions surrounding why WWE picked this exact episode of Raw for the heel turn. It came across as exploitive, and the heel run that followed was a total failure. Ambrose would justify the heel turn by stating that the Shield made him weak, and Rollins was an illness. Now fans had no interest in booing Ambrose, and his new character, which involved Ambrose becoming a moral compass, made no sense and wasn't remotely linked to any of his prior character traits or quirks. The heel turn went so badly that the WWE reverted Ambrose back to a babyface before his final few months in the company, which was a smart move, as fans didn't want to see the former WWE champion as a villain. It later surfaced that this heel run was a major factor in Ambrose leaving the company, as the hokey material Ambrose was given made him loathe his character and he simply wanted out. Number 3, Rikishi in 2000. The Who ran down Stone Cold's...
It made for a good meme, I will say that, but I feel like WWE just needed somebody. They didn't want. It was like, one, they need some heels. They couldn't find. It's like they couldn't find no more heels. Nobody to be a heel, so it's like Rikishi wants you to be a heel. They guess they want. They thought there was. It's probably like earlier heel turns and answers to make Rikishi hit of a push. It didn't work. And two, I think the other reason was they didn't want to turn Rock heel at all. They wasn't trying to turn Rock heel. So yeah.
Steve Austin's storyline was one of the most compelling stories of the Attitude Era. However, when it was revealed in 2000 that it was Rikishi who drove the vehicle, fans were left puzzled. Rikishi was one of the most popular characters on the show at the time, so it wasn't the smartest decision in the world to turn him heel. Rikishi explained his heel turn by stating that he did it for The Rock and wanted to give him a shot at superstardom by taking out Austin. The explanation was flawed, as The Rock was already a huge star in WWE by the time Austin was hit by the car. Rikishi's heel turn flopped hard, as fans didn't want to see Rikishi as a heel, and by the end of 2001, he would revert back to the lovable babyface everyone wanted to see. Number 2, The Undertaker in 2001. Now, WWE had been reserved in turn.
Well, I would say this. I wouldn't say it was questionable. It was random, but I wouldn't say it was questionable because there's folks who. There's heel fiends, and heel fans who love Big Evil more than American Badass. They'll take Big Evil more than American Badass. Not me, of course. You know I'm more about the faces, so American Badass is for me. But
take a heel. The Deadman persona works best as a babyface, and fans have always been reluctant to boo such a fascinating and compelling character. However, shortly after the Invasion storyline in 2001 came to an end, they decided to experiment with The Undertaker's persona and turn him heel. During an infamous segment, The Undertaker would attack Jim Ross and force him to kiss the backside of Vince McMahon.
It was random as hell.
Taker would now have a new moniker of Big Evil, and the rationale behind his heel turn was that he was simply looking for respect. Whilst his heel turn would produce some outstanding matches, they would realize that Taker was better suited as a babyface, and by the summer of 2002, Taker would once again be one of the top babyfaces in the company. And number 1, Stone Cold Steve Austin in 2001. WrestleMania.
I would not expect this being a dub, but I feel like the one reason they did this because they wanted him to be. They didn't want no more face versus face feuds with him and Rock. They wanted somebody to be the heel of this one as well too. They wanted to try something new with the thing. The only silver lining out this thing, we got the what chance. That's it. That's the only thing out the heel run that was good out of it was the what chance. Other than that, though, it wasn't the best because to me. It wasn't the best because, one, the fans was trying not to boo Rawson. Rawson had to try hard to make himself unappealing for him to get booed by being a complete doofus. So, and he lost his badassness a little bit in the way too. But like I said, the only silver lining that came out of this thing is the what chance. That's it. Other than that, yeah, it was like. You had, like, if you're a fan of Hill, then by all means, y'all enjoyed it. If you wasn't, I just wanted to see Austin get his ass beat. It was just lovely seeing Austin get his ass beat and be a big doofus.
17 going off the air with Stone Cold Steve Austin turning heel and siding with Vince McMahon is one of the most well-known segments in WWE history. This heel turn stunned fans as nobody saw it coming, but the main problem with this heel turn was that it didn't need to happen. Fans weren't tired of Austin as a babyface, and for him to side with his mortal enemy just defied all sense of logic.
That's true.
Austin has spoken extensively regarding his regrets with the heel turn, stating that he wishes it never went down. Austin's heel run that followed was a confusing mess, as Austin would then join forces with his other arch nemesis in Triple H, who would become a paranoid lunatic.
Then again, like I say, for the heel fans, they love the two-man power trip, but yeah.
This nonsensical heel turn did severe damage to the WWE product, as a lot of fans cite Austin's heel turn as the point that they switched the WWE product off forever. But there you have it, folks. 10 of the most
That's a good one right there. That's an interesting. Wow. That was an interesting take on that right there. But yeah. The Austin one, like I said, you had to be either a heel fan or to enjoy that. It's like 50-50 on that. Same with Undertaker, because there are folks who actually like the Big Evil, not me, of course, and everything. The Rikishi one, like I said, made for a good meme later on with the I did it for the Rock thing. I told you that I was like that Dean Ambrose made sense, and I'm glad it was on here one too. Only reason Belly that's on here because she's got a little bit slightly, in a way, successful in a way with her heel little run, but for a while it was like it sucked. It's still I still don't like it anything. The Big Show turn on Survivor Series, that was a big what the fuck right there. After all that, Michael Cole, like I said, the most annoying and cringiest heel run in history. Braun Strowman one didn't make sense. The Kane one, yeah, why didn't he go at the Mark? Why he had to go to the Stina? Mick Foley again, another one that didn't make sense. Like he's like you can't beat him, join him, kind of bullshit right there. And like I said, JR, it's just you can't hate on JR, man. It was just they tried it, you tried it, but it was a fail. But other than that, if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's your boy T-Bird signing off. One love.